And now, from 12 Studios, this is News 12 Now.
Today is Tuesday, September 17th. Welcome to News 12 Now. I'm Kylee Dedmon. New this afternoon, a death investigation is underway in Paris after a man brought his unresponsive friend to the hospital. It happened just before midnight Friday night at the Paris Regional Medical Center. Police say a man pulled up and said his friend, a 38-year-old man, was not breathing. Hospital staff removed the man from the back seat of the car, but he was later pronounced dead. Police are investigating, and his cause of death is unknown right now. A silver alert has been issued out of Del City, Oklahoma. Donald Foster is 68 years old and has been declared at risk. He has memory issues and has recently been diagnosed with cancer. He was last seen driving a 2024 black Nissan Sentra. If you see him or know any information, call 911. The pipeline fire in Houston is still going, according to KXII. The natural gas liquid fire will continue burning until later today after starting more than 24 hours ago. 4 people, including a firefighter, have been injured so far, and the fire is still so hot that houses around the fire are continuing to catch on fire even after being doused in water. Energy Transformer, the owners of the Deer Park pipeline, are providing lodging for the hundreds of affected.
We had plenty of low clouds across Texoma this morning that gave us kind of a gloomy start, but we're trying to clear those out as we head into the rest of this afternoon. And for some of us, we're already into the 80s. The rest of us are kind of holding into the 70s. We also have very humid air in place for this time of the year. Mid to upper 62 points for a lot of us, even some lower 70s. But the thing is, it is just not humid enough to rain. It's only going to make it feel a little bit more miserable out there. So you can see those clouds showing up now on satellite and radar. And we're going to have those kind of mixed as we go through the day today, maybe slowly decreasing. Those temperatures getting close to that 90-degree mark. So second summer continues. We also have maybe a lunar eclipse tonight. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit, and any sort of pattern change ahead.
We've had multiple local school threat scares on both sides of the Red River lately, and the Oklahoma Department of Public Safety says their app can help combat that. News 12's Jury Vaughn tells us how you can use the app to report crime anonymously.
Sarah Stewart with the Oklahoma Department of Public Safety says you can help keep your community safe by reporting anything unusual you see right from your fingertips.
The hope is that you never ever have to use this app, but if you do, it's right there, it's easy, you can remain anonymous, and you can potentially get some life-saving information to law enforcement.
The Protect OK app allows users to report any suspicious activity, threat, or crime directly to law enforcement without giving out any personal information.
It makes it super simple, super easy for somebody to give us a tip about suspicious activity.
The app also features safety alerts, emergency contacts, as well as a GPS feature that can share your location with first responders during an emergency.
You can also upload pictures or videos, like let's say somebody posted something, threatening or suspicious on a social media post. You can screenshot that and upload that.
Stewart says the app can also be used to report school-related threats that can be prevented ahead of time.
Law enforcement, they train and they know how to respond to these active shooter situations. Well, we want to get ahead of that. How do we prevent them? And this is a key part of preventing these from ever happening in the first place.
She says your tip can help make Oklahoma safer.
If you're wrong about something, if it turns out to be nothing, that's okay. But if it does turn out to be something, you can play a key role in preventing something from happening. And
you can download the Protect OK app for free on both Google Play and the Apple Store. In Ardmore, Jury Vaughn, News 12.
The battery storage plant proposed to be built in Sherman was denied by city council members last night. The storage facility would have been built near an existing solar plant. Extra grid support, tax revenue, and an economic boost are just some of the benefits Holly Energy Solutions says Sherman taxpayers would feel if the proposed energy storage plant was approved. But residents and city officials raised some concerns. The fire chief informed the council of the potential fire risk it could bring to the area.
Fire incidents have taken up to 5 days to control. Thermal runaway causes bursting of one or more battery cells, releasing toxic, flammable, and explosive gases and intense self-sustaining fire.
The fire chief says there have been 8 incidents in the U.S. since January of 2023 at these sites, though developers say changes have already been made to accommodate that. Residents don't want to take that chance. A North Texas family is heartbroken and outraged after a shelter euthanized their dog. As J.D. Miles reports, they are having a hard time understanding why.
Just a harmless, goofy little lab that just captured our hearts.
Gunner was a 13-year-old lab that his owners say was a friend to all of the families who live in this rural Denton County neighborhood.
My dog walks across the fence, goes and plays in my neighbor's pool. I mean, it's one of those things to where this neighbor over here feeds my dogs.
Here's a photo of Gunner last Tuesday. It was the last time John Gilcrease would see him alive.
My children are damaged. I'm damaged. I can't stop crying. Bella, come here, Daddy. Come here, Daddy.
Gunner and the family's 3 other dogs were known to wander around the 8-acre property. When Gunner didn't come when called last Tuesday, Gilcrease panicked.
At that point, I'm starting to freak out. So I jumped in my car and I drove around for nearly 5 hours.
When he got word the next morning that Gunner was at the Linda McNatt Animal Care and Adoption Center in Denton, it brought relief.
He's at a safe place. They're going to feed him. He's going to be happy to see me in the morning.
The shelter was closed on Wednesday, but when Gilcrease arrived on Thursday morning, he says he couldn't get a straight answer when the staff and the director didn't produce Gunner. The shelter's director admitted to euthanizing Gunner in a statement posted online, saying when the dog was found, he was geriatric, had severe mobility impairment, and no control over his bladder and bowels. Gilcrease still can't believe that explanation.
Your dog was old. He had arthritis. He could barely stand up. He pooped and peed himself, and I said, because he's scared.
The shelter statement goes on to say that the 72-hour hold on stray animals can be waived to alleviate animal suffering. This is Gunner's now empty kennel. His owners say the shelter had everything it needed to find them, which shows what happened to them could happen to anyone. The shelter claims a microchip in the dog had outdated information, something the Gilcrease family disputes in their online post about the ordeal, which already have 5 million views.
This over here, that's Gunner.
Gunner was given back to the family in a plastic bag, and they say with no apology. His owners want criminal animal cruelty charges filed against the shelter staff for killing a dog that they say may have been old, but far from dying, as this photo from inside the shelter proves.
I think Gunner's last moments were, I'm scared. Somebody picked me up. Somebody brought me to a place that I don't know. Where's my dad? And why am I on this cold table? And why are they killing me?
That was J.D. Miles reporting. The city of Denton, in a statement, says the city manager has called for a review of the shelter's processes and policies. The city says it'll share the findings with the community once that review is complete. Well, there's a lot going on all across the world, so let's catch you up. Here are 3 things for you to know. Meta says it's banning Russian media networks from its various social media platforms. The technology company, which owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, says the new ban is because of, quote, foreign interferences, end quote, by Russia. Meta has previously taken down hundreds of fake social media accounts spreading Russian indoctrination about the war in Ukraine, but the new ban will be the harshest action the company has taken against Moscow. Well, if you're planning to visit the United Kingdom next year, you'll have to pay a fee. The UK government has announced that people wishing to travel to the UK must now obtain permission in advance. It costs about $13 and holders can stay for up to 6 months. Starting November 27th, non-Europeans can apply and it will be required for entry starting in April of 2025. Well, record rainfall in the Czech Republic has led to widespread devastation within the country. Some Czech towns were completely submerged in water following heavy downpours that has continued since last Thursday. Neighboring countries, Austria, Poland, and Romania are also taking the hit. 16 people have been killed so far throughout the 4 countries. And that was 3 things for you to know. Stay with us. We have more news and weather after this.
Thank you for watching today's News 12 Now. Make sure to subscribe so you find out why Texoma turns to us. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where you'll see more social media exclusive content. Want more News 12 Now? Watch us live every weekday through the KXII app on your phone or TV and through our website.